I think another argument in your book is trying to put Donald Trump in a box. And I want to read a quote and then we can talk about it a little more. Quote, Trump presented a conundrum for a reporter. He might have been the sower of chaos all over the globe, and he certainly lacked empathy, but he could also be funny and engaging in conversation. And you talked about him once calling you and saying he was proud of you, and it was almost this father-like moment.
Yeah.
You had the ability to talk with Trump for over 20 years, and you sat down with him and spoke and had, I believe, 6 interviews with him for this book. So talk to us about what he's like in person, maybe something that the average American who only turns on the news, sees him in press conferences, wouldn't get a full picture of.
He is the character that he is on screen, the person he plays on screen. He is the same character in real life. But in real life, he is incredibly charismatic. He can be kind, he can be funny, he can be charming. He has a very Bill Clinton quality to him where when you're in the room, he's very engaged, and you kind of do sort of forget that he's created all these problems and is the center of all these lawsuits and allegations, and you do want his approval. Contestants I talked to talked about that. When he's in the room, he has this quality where you do want his approval, you want him to be engaged, you want him to like you, and he is very likable in person. In the time we talked together, he's very entertaining, he's gossipy, he's very fixated on Hollywood and celebrities. But again, these are all qualities that make him a great reality star and do not make him qualified to be president of the United States.
Did you like him when you were talking with him?
Sure. When I talked to him and he was telling me funny stories about, being on the boardroom with Dennis Rodman or firing Omarosa or talking about, the different feuds that the contestants were part of, it was very entertaining. He has the story about performing at the Emmys over 20 years ago that he remembers very vividly, more vividly than any bills that he passed in Congress or things he got done as president. And it's certainly entertaining talking to him in the same way that it's entertaining talking to most reality stars. But again, it goes back to the question of politically, what are his qualifications to be in the Oval Office?